What is up?
All right, what's up, everybody? We're back here again for another wonderful Sunday of What's in Your Portfolio. So we appreciate everyone you guys coming in as you give us your support and everything. And as always, this is every Sunday we go over what's in our portfolios, growths, gains, excuse me, as well as helping you guys out make decisions on your portfolios. If you feel like you want to comment, leave it here on live, or you can join us on YouTube and chat there as well. We're live on all channels. We definitely, if you are also wanted to go and join more privately, you can go to our Facebook page and ask us some questions there privately. If you don't want to, I know that finances are very personal. You don't want to air out your finances on live, so that's perfectly fine. But if you are looking to want to join and give your input and feedback, you can definitely join. The link will be in the chat on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook to join.
Just beware of the crypto boogeyman, Gary Gensler.
Yep, beware of Gary Gensler. He's quickly becoming the boogeyman of the cryptoverse. But as you guys come in, like and share. It's free. It really helps us out. Follow us. We're trying to grow as quickly as possible. We've been at this for 4 weeks. As you guys know, we do a whole bunch of live sessions 5 days a week during the week for just crypto morning chat every 8:30 Central Time, as well as what's in your portfolio every Sunday and on normally 8:30 Central Time. We're a little late today, but glad you guys are joining in with us. And of course, we also do Wednesday evening at around 6:30, 7 o'clock for another live, just about the degeneracy of the SEC and some of SBC and some crypto frauds, as well as pointing out some Ponzi schemes and things like that. Fun stuff. And
There's a lot of that.
if you're new to us, we did get our Patreon set up. I do have a Discord server. I'm going to put that on the Patreon, so anyone who supports us will have access to that. Do a lot. Hopefully, we try bringing together a lot of people just talking about trades, things like that, and what they're investing in, and helping answer each other's questions. Because I know a lot of times those questions kind of peak at random times, and you might want to join a little chat to help get those answered. So, and Cody and I will also be in there as well to just kind of answer and moderate. We're going to keep it nice and civil in there too. But we really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining us in. We're going to go over what's in your portfolio, more crazy news about good old boogeyman Gary Gensler and what he's doing to the crypto space, and talk a little bit about Benjamin Cohen's YouTube, his speech on YouTube about
Alts
investing.
bleeding against Bitcoin, and pretty
Yeah,
much, I will say before, pretty much what he means by Benjamin Cohen's stance on crypto. As we all know, if you do watch Benjamin Cohen, basically his view on navigating the cryptoverse is buying Bitcoin. He thinks that when you're buying alts, you're taking more risk for less return. And I see that, I see where he's coming from, because every alt has been bleeding against Bitcoin. Even Ethereum has been putting in higher lows against Bitcoin's dominance. So
hmm
that's his take on the cryptoverse. He says pretty much it's useless to buy alts. You're just taking on more risk for less reward at the moment.
exactly. And every, that is, you guys got to remember, there is a lot of risk involved in the crypto space, as well as in any investments that you put into, because any investment can go to zero. So just keep that in mind as you go on this journey with investing and everything. I'm going to be trying to update my portfolio and see how much of a loss I made. Shout out to Logan. Welcome back in. Glad to have you in here for being such a great supporter of us. Always trying to make every live that we have. So we really appreciate that. I know some of our moderators have yet to join, but they'll probably start coming in here. I know that it's been a quite a crazy weekend. I think a lot of cryptos took what, a 25% hit. A lot of altcoins.
I was looking at the market yesterday, and I was seeing 35s and 40s and 25s.
Exactly. Well, we did say that we did want to see this big drop come. We did say that,
My
and
biggest worry is, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You can go ahead.
oh, no worries. Um, and I mean, I'm still waiting for a little bit more on some things because quant has not hit where I wanted to in the low 90s to mid 80s. it's still hanging in there over 100.
They
So,
do, yep. But what I was going to say though is that one thing I worry about is, with the SEC and Ethereum is that, if you look back in 2018, you can see Gary Gensler on video saying, despite what the Ethereum Foundation did in 2014, he said word for word, regardless of what they did, Ethereum has changed and it's now decentralized. He said that in 2018. And you can also take in the factor of statute of limitations. But with the new upgrade of proof of stake, my concern is one, does it invalidate the statute of limitations? And two, does proof of stake, such a big change to a protocol, and I mean, I may need to do more research. I don't know if it was the community that chose the proof of stake or if it was the ETH Foundation themselves. But basically, I just have a feeling that ETH has some regulatory risk. But then again, it's still the safest alt. So it's like,
mhm.
I kind of have a weird standing on Ethereum. I'm worried, but I'm not at the same time.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Shout out to do your own research. The game is to find the alts that didn't dump. Absolutely, got to stick with those blue chips. Shout out to Crypto Wizard, one of our great moderators. Welcome back. Glad to have you in. Shout out also to do your own research. Gary's opinion is not legally binding. Absolutely, and of course, if there is some degeneracy and nefarious actions on his part that are found through the FTX case on Gary Gensler's part, everybody in crypto, we might see a significant windfall on that, as well as a civil case against the SEC, which would be the first time an agency has ever been sued
Yep, because
by,
I still
by the
feel like
government.
Gensler, I still feel like Gensler did so much behind the scenes and he thought he could get by with it just because he's chairman. I really do think that Gensler thinks he's untouchable.
Oh yeah, 100% think
He's
he's
getting a power trip from all of this. He wakes up in the morning and I feel like he says he pisses off a lot of crypto investors and he's making us poor. And I feel like he thinks that.
Yep, and I have a feeling he's helping his cronies out too.
Yeah. People in power, it's not as it seems, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if things are confirmed or not. People in power, regardless of what you think about them, they are doing things that you don't know about. I mean, that's a fact.
Absolutely. And as I update my portfolio here for crypto, I haven't had a chance to do my stocks yet for you guys, but I am probably definitely going to see a downward turn. Oops, oh no, that was the wrong one. Okay. Um I'm probably going to see a downwards turn here, definitely a downwards turn. But I will let you guys know I just bought some more Atom as it's at $8.25. So I'm adding that right now to my portfolio.
You
That
know,
puts me up to 675 dot, or not dot.
but
I'm
then
sorry, Atom. I haven't bought any dot yet, although I should at 426. I think it is.
speaking of Dot, I saw a big Twitter thread on Polkadot yesterday and how I'd have to find the thread. It's an interesting thread we could go over
Hmm.
maybe, but in my opinion, and this could age terribly, don't take my opinion for a fact, but my opinion after doing 2 years of research on Polkadot and how the decentralization of it, I just feel like it's safe from the SEC because Dot has morphed into software. There's a video on YouTube. Polkadot's head lawyers, the legal team of Polkadot already explained in court how Polkadot is not a security.
Oh yeah, and they had an in depth about that, guys. So it's crazy. Shout out to Mike Hawk Broski. Awesome tag there, definitely. Yeah. XRP is gonna pump soon. Um, he's going to go to the moon. It definitely is. I don't think we're going to see the crazy levels that everyone else has been talking about with like $900 a token. That's a little bit much, but we may see 550. But we will definitely see some heavy price action afterwards. Even through this last dump, it has maintained its level. So it only once dipped to 48 cents and then shot right back up. We could actually pull that up right here on KuCoin. Let's go to. Let me get that screen shared here.
I will say one more random thought though. I really appreciate how Polkadot really emphasizes on giving control to the token holders because pretty much from here on out, any update that comes on Polkadot is not because of Gavin Wood. It's because of the holders of Polkadot. And I just wanted to add that.
Oh, shout out to Do Your Own Research. Got a question for you, Cody. What was the result of the case for Dot? He wants to know the case number. I guess the time frame, so he can, because he wants to read that case.
For Polkadot, there has been no legal action against Polkadot. It was a video I saw basically of the lawyer in court. You can go look it up on YouTube. I really wish I remembered the name of the video, but pretty much the head of the lawyer, he was explaining how the network is given full control to the token holders. And I hold on, let me find that video because I really want to find that video.
Okay. Well, while Cody's getting that video, he's getting that video for us, so we can display that on our live. Shout out to Mihawk Broski, $550. Maybe in a long term, I just don't see it right now. There's got to be a lot of changes to XRP for that to happen, but any number is possible. It just all depends on market sentiment, retail investors, institutional investors, and the overall economy. What a lot of things have to happen for that 550 to happen. I heard shout out to Do Your Own Research. I heard someone say that Dot was classified as a SaaS business, not a security. Yes, I think that's what Cody is referring to. But I think there was a case not against Dot, but they brought up Dot and displaying it as using Dot as an example in a case, I believe. But that's all going to change because I think now people are saying the Ripple lawsuit is going to become the Ripple test for crypto. So whether or not something is a security or not. But that's all good. But like I said, guys, this is why we do this, so we all can get information from different people and do better research and get better knowledge to help us do better analysis on what we're trying to do. But I'm gonna pull up the chart here. As you can see here, this is on the 15-minute scale. So you pull up here, we were in the 53. That was when the drop happened. We dropped all the way down. I think right here, 40. I think the lowest on that candle, I'm trying to pinpoint it, about 47.4 cents. And then, of course, it's kind of traded sideways there for a little bit. You got some good sideways trading if you want to get some good dollar cost averaging in. Then we're back up to the 50-cent range. And we just kind of been holding that steady. But good news is we haven't had, because the last time this happened last year, it dropped all the way down to 29 cents and then rebounded eventually back up to the 30s. But we still have a long way to go with a lot of what XRP is doing. But this is a good sign that we dropped down to 47 and we shot right back up. And we are seeing a bit of heavy buy orders. So if I'm looking here, we're having some decent sells, but I mean, I'm seeing thousands on the buy.
I did. Whoever was commenting, asking me about the Polkadot video, I found the video and I sent it to Sal in the private chat. It was a
Okay.
video made by All In Crypto, but he reposted the video pretty much. He
Okay.
reposted the video from the courtroom. That's the quickest result I could find. But yeah, pretty much the whole video shows what happened in the courtroom and how Polkadot's legal team advisor, or whatever, however you said, he pretty much did all the talking and he explained everything about Polkadot.
Okay. Yeah. Let me put that in. I'm going to share that link in the chat there on our YouTube and Facebook there for you. Let me go through some of these comments. Shout out to Do Your Own Research. Do your own research. Well, Polkadot is selling off like it's ETH. It's not different from ETH to me yet. Polkadot used to be fully correlated to Bitcoin in 2021, but now it's a bit different.
I understand all of that,
Good
but
audio.
A token has the ability to morph from a security to software. That is what
Mm,
happened with Ethereum. Yes, they did do an ICO like Ethereum. However, just like Ethereum, like Gary Gensler said, despite what Ethereum did in 2014, it is now sufficiently decentralized. He said that 4 years later. So that goes
mm,
to show, and that's what Polkadot did. Yeah, sure, they had an ICO, but now you can't call something a security if the changes of the network is given to the token holders. Token holders decide where Polkadot's going. It's not Gavin Wood, it's not the Web3 Foundation, it's the holders and stakeholders of Polkadot. That's who decides the upgrades.
mm-hmm.
So you can't call
Exactly.
that a security because
No, you can't.
yeah, the Howey test is a thing, yeah, sure. But what the SEC cares about a lot is decentralization. Basically, if it's highly centralized and all the changes are decided by one entity, then it is going to be attacked by the SEC. Polkadot does not fit any of that.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's one of those one of those instances where some things can change, and that's where you gotta, if you guys are new to crypto, you have to hold really learn to know what to hold on to, and really learn to watch all this news and doing your research with it.
Polkadot has these huge events as well, and they do live streams. Go on Polkadot's YouTube, and you'll see how very little people, their videos get like 400, 500 views, but
Hmm.
they make videos nonstop of what's going on in Polkadot and the development sector. People think that's boring. You could say, oh, well, they're only getting 400 views. Nobody cares about Polkadot, right? No, it's because the attention spans of people. People only want to watch crypto YouTube videos if it has a price tag to it, not development.
Exactly. Or if it's just, someone talking about making like $1,000 a day off of day trading crypto. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
People don't care about development.
Exactly. Shout out to do your own research. Staking seems to pump decentralization now. Any staking threatens money markets. While the influencers need to cut clips from that YouTube channel. Exactly, and yeah, it's tough to say because money markets used to be a good way for a lot of us to earn high interest on idle cash, but now I see it's like a lot less smaller cap people are using it. They're more like offering like medium sized businesses like myself and my family's businesses saying, hey, can you put your idle cash here for like 4.5%? We will and capitalize us for like 2 years or something like that. So that's what generally what they're being used for now. They're not being marketed to the mass because the masses are constantly adding and withdrawing. So, and that's not what banks
Yeah.
need right now.
I do want to add this idea though. I've noticed the hypocrisy slash the duality of crypto. The duality is people talk about, oh, well, we need good developers, we need good development, blah, 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 right? But when it comes to actually posting videos on development, when it actually comes to posting videos on, how Polkadot works, people are so bored of it. It's like people talk about, oh, well, we got to have decentralization, we got to have dedicated developers, but yet you guys don't
Hmm.
even care. Most people don't even care about the work of the developers. They just care about, do number go up.
Yep.
It's the duality. It's like that's why people don't pay attention to Polkadot. It's not because, oh, it's boring and it's a dying coin and it's a dinosaur coin. It's because people want to focus on price. People don't care about development. People don't care about all that they talk about. They really just care about number go up.
Exactly. And and shout out to do your own research again. Polkadot is very complicated. I think most people can't understand the architecture. Yeah, it's
That's
it's
true.
definitely
That's
very
true.
complicated, and not
Yeah.
everybody can become a validator because you actually have to do work for Polkadot. So that's what's helped keeping it decentralized and not one person with a lot of cash taking control of it.
But see, that's the duality. Like, what do you want? Like, decentralization comes with work and complexity. Centralization comes with ease and somebody else doing it. It's like you can't have it both ways. Yes, Polkadot developers can upgrade the UI. They can upgrade. They can make it simpler to use,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not gonna be simple to the point where your grandma can use it. And then people are saying, well, if my mom and dad can't use Polkadot and understand it, then it's not going anywhere. That's not true, because regardless, there's always going to be experts in any field. Any field you can think of, there's going to be experts. And you either have to learn the protocol or not. Regardless, I don't care about how complex Polkadot is. If it's decentralized and the changes of the network comes to the token holders, I'm going to invest in it. That's just how I think.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's a good viewpoint that Cody has of how Dot is going to how to view Dot and how to make sure you understand what's going on with what you're investing in. Don't just jump into it because you see a lot of people talking about it and then put your money into it, but you have no idea what's going on involved in it. But as we get going today, let me just quickly go over some of the prices because I realized we did not do that, and we normally do it in the beginning of the stream. So, but as of right now, we have Bitcoin sitting at in 24 hours a 0.39% increase, holding just over 25,700. Ethereum still in the 1,700 range, kind of flat, but we're still 7 days 8% down. Then we have XRP holding steady at 50 cents. We have Polkadot down to 446, Atom down to 824, and then we have, I think I'm missing another blue chip. We have our good old Quant token 101.79, and
I do
then
want to say this about Quant. My username on Call of Duty is Quant Network, and every other lobby I go into, there's always the kid that says, "Oh, I know what Quant Network is," or "How much Quant do you have?" I mean, if you don't believe me, you can look up my Activision. It's Quant Network, and every game I get into, somebody knows what Quant Network is.
yeah,
It's crazy.
exactly, and that's the crazy thing. Let's just pull up the chart real quick on Quant too. Uh, I mean, as you know, this is a blue chip token. Both Cody and I have it in our crypto portfolios. It had the same kind of stabilization as XRP, kind of was riding its high, then of 110. We had that huge drop, huge sell off at that event that happened on Friday. I think, well, Friday night, Saturday morning, and then we just slowly climbed back. So that was probably the best buy. It looks like the lowest trade was $95 on the candle, the absolute lowest trade. So we might see that again, we might not, but it is on its way back, stabilizing at 103 right now. Shout out to Do Your Own Research. I'd like to know if there's admin keys in Moon River, Kusama, Moonbeam, or Polkadot. I don't know about I don't know about all those because I don't follow those cryptos except for Polkadot. But Cody, can you answer that? Do your own research question.
Kusama is Polkadot's Canary Network, however you say it.
Okay.
So basically, if the Polkadot developers have this new idea before they launch it on Polkadot, they launch it on Kusama because Kusama is the test network. And then if it works on Kusama, then it goes to Polkadot. As far as the thing about admin keys, I honestly don't know what admin keys are, but yeah, uh, that's what Kusama is. And then
Okay.
Moonbeam and Akala. Moonbeam is a parachain.
Gotcha. Gotcha. There. Okay. And I do apologize, guys.
But
I'm
I
just.
will say one thing. You
Mhm.
want to know? I've been talking a lot about the goods of Polkadot. One of the issues I have with Polkadot is it's actually very expensive to run a parachain. It's very expensive
Mhm.
as at the moment. That's a big issue with Polkadot right now.
Okay. So he's saying, better find out what admin keys are. It means a small number of people can freeze a project, which can happen via court order. Okay, I'm guessing some things can do that. Some chains can certainly do that. But hey, thank you for do your own research putting out. Uh, let me see if I can.
That is something I did not know about. I appreciate your comment on that.
So yeah, we definitely appreciate that for you. Appreciate that for us to do your own research. Let's see here. You've definitely been earned this here. Definitely go ahead and make you a moderator so you can pin your own chat, pin your own comments there because you definitely coming in with some fire statements on there. So
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
got to have you on there. Matic Polygon is one of those. Yeah, I knew of that one. I knew Polygon was more had that type of centralization in it for you. But actually, talking about that with the keys and more on to about Ginsler and everything. There, well, I know there's a lot of new people coming in, and I've had a few people through personal consultations that talking about, you know, should I get everything out of crypto? You really should not right now. If now this now if you put your life savings in this, absolutely get it. Make sure don't ever put your life savings at risk.
no,
But if you have money that you can afford to lose and it's in crypto, I would say ride it out. Because if it becomes a security, then that means your Scott Trade account, your Webull account, all that stuff is fine. If it stays where it's at, then we're all good. Just make sure you have your crypto on a hard wallet.
yes,
And I'm a very firm believer of making sure everything is safe and you have complete control of your finances there. I know why. Okay. I do apologize. I'm kind of going back and forth because I'm trying to update my portfolio. I actually haven't had a chance to update the prices for you guys. So just bear with me as I go through this. But shout out to Rich. Hey, welcome in. Glad to have you in on this chat. Take a look at the lobster wallet. Okay, we can certainly do that for you. Let me pull that up here on the stream. Oh man, Bank of America, $20 even. Me might be actually making my money back.
Bank of America is at $20 right now.
$20 a share. Yep. I'm
I
gonna
was
go
thinking of
over
First Republic.
the stocks the stocks in a bit as soon as I update everything. But the one that I do like is the Alipal wallet because it's a fully off grid, but you have to update everything through an SD card. That kind of gets a little bit more
Complicated.
complicated, and you run the risk of defragging that SD card if you take it out improperly. Shout out to Rich again. Inside it illustrates all items tokenized of value in the world. I'm a Nano X. I'm a Nano X guy. Okay, well, shout out to you, Rich. Yeah, definitely. Cody and I definitely have the Nano X wallets as well. I also have the
Okay.
Arceus wallet, which makes it easier for me to pay other people in crypto if they wanted to, because you get that fancy little metal card to do so. All right, let me see here. Hard wallet. Where is it? Having trouble finding a good article about it. Okay, well, I might have to pull up one on the tomorrow stream about that hard wallet. But let me pull up the Elipal wallet there. And I'm not. It's not a paid sponsorship about it, but I will buy it and do like an unboxing of it for you guys too.
You know
Because
what we should do, and this might be a good idea, like a wallet unboxing on live. I think that would be cool.
yep, that's what I'm going to do with the Elipel wallet. I'm gonna get two, one for myself, and then one. Maybe we might do some trading with you guys on the chat. Just try to see if we can get something from $100 up and up and up off of it. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I was thinking about doing that for quite a while. Shout out to your own research. Use as many different wallets, diversify the risk. Absolutely, you don't want everything in just one wallet, and make sure you also hold those seed phrases. Don't forget them or lose them. Inside the lobster wallet, it shows what is going to make it. Okay. Yeah, you guys definitely coming in with some good comments there. I'm almost done with all my all my things here. Oh, let me go to Walmart. Get that here. I got. Sorry, I do have a lot of stocks. I got to update on there, so just bear with me. But Cody, can you let's go move over and let's talk about the what was I gonna say the that Benjamin Cohen video.
Yeah, so it
Mhm.
was actually a live stream he did last night, and I watched the whole live stream. But if any of you guys here know who Benjamin Cohen is, he's one of the biggest crypto YouTubers. He's currently at 785,000 subscribers. He's been making crypto videos for many, many years. He's been in the market for many, many years. But if you know Benjamin Cohen, you know that he's heavy on the Bitcoin, kind of maxi. He likes Ethereum, but pretty much he's on the side right now that if you're investing in anything besides Bitcoin, right now you're taking on more risk for less return, and all the alts, including Ethereum, are just putting in higher lows when it comes to Bitcoin's dominance. And I agree with that. However, there are coins like, for example, Quant. You look at the year; it is up, 60%. And it was at $55 when that June crash happened last year. But Quant has been very resilient. That's an altcoin for an example. I agree with Benjamin Cohen's stance. Watching that video, he definitely makes you want to become a Bitcoin maxi. That's for sure. But at the same time, like me, I have the risk tolerance to where I can keep accumulating alts. I feel like Benjamin Cohen's stance is mainly for people who, you know, are less risk tolerant, and the money they have, if you are going to be worried about the money you lose, Bitcoin is the best buy. I mean, I agree with that.
Absolutely, and yeah, in the long term, Bitcoin is definitely probably the best buy that you can have for you.
It is. Bitcoin is very decentralized when it comes to how the token is. Bitcoin is very decentralized, but at the same time, you can't skew innovation. I still see innovation in this market despite the SEC. That's where I'm standing on this.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, and yeah, and if you look at um Bitcoin over the long term, it definitely you definitely will make money in the definite long term. So, and that's where I know like any dollar cost averaging in right now of Bitcoin will definitely make you quite a bit. And shout out to Freedom Fighter. Altcoins dropped first. Bitcoin and ETH are next. I do want to see a nice dip on Bitcoin as well. I'm certainly there with you because I'd love to dollar cost average in more into my crypto. I did put a little bit more money into one of my holds on onto onto one of my stocks. Shout out to Rich. Hey, thank you for your support. We think, by the way, you guys are the best. Well, we appreciate that. Cody and I
We
definitely do our
appreciate
best to try to make this as best we can for you guys. And but you guys certainly help. You guys are definitely one of the better chats and crews that we have. We see not a lot
long
of
term.
degeneracy, hell of a lot of intelligence. Love you
Yeah.
guys.
Long term, me and Sal, we basically want to be. Our goal is to be the most authentic crypto YouTubers. No cuts, no edits.
Mhm.
We're just talking. Me and Sal literally talk about what we text. I mean, we talk about crypto over text and in person all the time. Like, we're always talking about this, and we just want to show you guys what we talk about. We don't promote anything. We talk about what we hold, but we're not going to show you anything that we don't know about. Especially, I don't believe in shilling anyway, but pretty much me and his goal is to become one of the most authentic streamers, because a lot of crypto YouTubers and streamers, they're not authentic. You can easily feel like some negative aura or something about it. That's how I feel, at least. I watch crypto YouTubers and streams, and it just doesn't seem authentic. And we want to kind of change that dynamic.
Exactly. And we also want to make sure that did I do that right? Yep. We also want to make sure that we're trying to get our information right for you guys, and we want to do everything right for you guys. I do apologize. I'm in and out because I'm updating my portfolio for you guys so we can go over it and see how much money I lost this week, which is going to be terrible. But uh we want to we're trying to be as authentic as we can. And I mean, hey, when we have bad days, hey, you will see that, you can see and feel the bad days in us when we lose a lot. But we always try to, you know, not keep our emotions involved in it. But we want to show you we're using a real money. Like, this is my money that is in here. When you see these numbers, if I lose it, I lose a lot. It's gone.
Man,
I have to work to get it back.
I wish I was on PC because I would love to show my portfolio on screen and my ledger. I would love to show everybody how my portfolio is looking because, like Sal said, we're using our real money in this. Like, we're not just talking about crypto and we don't have any, and we're just trying. No, like me and Sal, we have put a lot of money into this. We've been talking about crypto for the past 2 years, and we just see a constant innovation.
Exactly. Um, Shout out to Batty. Hey, what platform do you trade on? I use KuCoin, the KuCoin platform, the one I have on display on YouTube, for what I like to look at charts for crypto. I use Webull. I use Webull to look them up. And by the way, no, not paid for this, but I use Webull to look up my research. But I use a TD Ameritrade for my stocks. I use Robinhood for my dividend stocks, and I use primarily Uphold to get all my crypto, because I now Uphold, I can, all the cryptos I have, I can buy and move on to my hard wallets from
Hey,
there.
Sal, I will say real quick, I'm going to stay in the stream. I'm not leaving the stream, but I will say I have to take a shower and get ready for work. I'm just going to let the stream play while you kind of lead on. And once I get back from my shower, I'll continue with what I got to say.
All right, no problem, Cody. Um, Shout out to do your own research. Bitcoin is good, but it's only as good as the wallet it's in. Firmware risk, hack risk. Gotta stay vigilant. It's probably too late to sell for most people. I sold a lot in April. Okay. Well, hey, shout out to you doing your own research. He's definitely coming in with knowledge and fire for you guys. So you definitely listen and heed to his words there. Well, while I'm doing that, let me just go ahead and pull up. I got everything kind of set up and my losses here, and I'm gonna tell you it's pretty big. I lost someone's salary in a year in 1 week. Oof, boy, and it looks like I'm probably gonna lose a little bit more. So let me go ahead and let me stop sharing and then see if I could share that screen. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Window. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to do that. Let's see if I could pull up that way. Oh, there we go. Got it. All right, we're gonna share that. Okay. All right. Now that I got that on there, shout out Batty. I don't have the money for a hard wallet, but I've got crypto in Robinhood and Gemini. This is my first time seeing your content. Oh, well, hey, Batty, we really appreciate you having in here. How there are some good hard wallets at a reasonable price. A lot of our followers like MetaMask and Trust Wallet. Um, I can use MetaMask to definitely use Uniswap to get some certain other coins that are not on exchanges. Um, I'm not a fan of Robinhood on there because they have a hard time getting it off of their platform to your wallet. But if you need to get a wallet, you can get a Nano Ledger X. I think it's like $150, or you can get the Arceus wallet for $100, which ties it to your phone, or you can get the EliPal wallet with the LCD screen. That's $140. They're all good, but there are a lot of e-wallets. You can use crypto.com DeFi wallet. You can use Trust Wallet, MetaMask wallet. If you have XRP, you can use the XRP Ledger wallet. There's a lot of different avenues for you guys. Shout out to do your own research, at least set up a MetaMask and Trust Wallet. Go to Crypto Dad YouTube for tutorial. So yeah, shout out to Crypto Dad YouTube. There are a lot of great guys that have tutorials on YouTube to help set that up. But let me go back in here. I hope we answered that question for you, Batty. We really appreciate you joining us live. Shout out to Catman. I wish the process of moving crypto was more simple. Yeah, I wish it was too. But with a lot of blue chip ones, it's pretty straightforward. Like on Uphold, it's pretty straightforward of where to go with it. But I mean, that's part of what crypto is. It's new technology, and unfortunately for the average retail investor, it's still going to be complicated. But once you learn it and you figure it out, it gets easier over time. So as we go here, I'm sharing my screen here on YouTube. If you guys wanted to watch on YouTube as well, I have it on display there. That I have my holdings in Bitcoin, my Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Atom, Dot, Quant, and Crow. Not doing anything with Crow, but as you can see, we are just steadily losing value on Crow. Shout out to do your own research. Once it's easy, you're late and you're buying the top. Absolutely. If you guys get in too late, then you are going to be basically the liquidity for the people exiting out of the market. But right now, I'm not trying to sell any of my Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm just trying to dollar cost average into it as we go on. So as you can see here, I have dropped from 102 to 92,000. So we have definitely taken a 10K loss over a time period. As you can see here, I'm just slowly dropping, but I am dollar cost averaging in as well. So I did, as you can see here, I bought more Dot. More Atom. I probably should buy more Dot, but I'm pretty comfortable with the level I have and the percentage of its value. But I brought Dot back up to the $5,500 value. It was I think low 4,000s to what it dropped to, but I added 200 more Dot in for a total of 1,600 while we were on the live stream today. Yeah, I'm going to transfer that over to my DeFi wallet to get that staked, which you definitely want to do. Shout out to D Catman. Crypto could be huge, and it will one day, but the systems have to be redone. Let somebody else buy the bottom. Enter at uptrend. Shout out to do your own research. But hey, thank you guys for all the likes and supports. Hopefully you guys can keep sharing and getting us out there. Welcome back, Caddy. Love to have you in here. Shout out to Caddy. Did you guys go to the crypto superstore yesterday? Coinbase stopped me from buying after 20. I only just did a little bit buying today off of Uphold. Uphold usually doesn't stop my transactions. It's usually my bank once I start spending too much, but I usually get that resolved in a day. But yes, I've heard that banking institutions are restricting your access to crypto, so just be aware of that. For a lot of retail investors, it's going to have to be a lot of microtransactions throughout the year or throughout the weeks, or you might have to switch where you buy crypto, the account you buy crypto from, to a different bank. Because some small banks, like I know here, we have a local credit union allowing you to buy Bitcoin straight out of their. You can go walk in and they'll buy Bitcoin and put it into a wallet a custodial wallet they have for you. So, but do keep that in mind. Some of the smaller banks are actually allowing you to buy crypto. So, but as you see here, I'm down 8% on crypto. Total loss from last week of $25,434, which is, man, that's quite a bit, but it's not compared to my portfolio. I'm down in the 294,000 range. I'm in the 200,000 range, but it's not a lot in comparison to the portfolio, but it is still quite a bit on there. I also have on my stocks, I took less of a hit. 2% loss, 27,000, but my stock portfolio, remember, I've been building this for the last 15 years. So since about 2010. So I've been building it since then. So I've had more of a runway to get this up there. Whereas crypto, I've only had a year and a half to get it up there. And like I said, I'm all about steady gains. Uh, Shout out to Catman. Lobster's on the verge of changing the game, but their transfer system needs help. Shared the 15 minimum size crypto TikTok accounts. Shout out to Do Your Own Research. Yeah, definitely keep the guys coming. I see you guys there answering each other's questions. It's really helpful. You don't know how many people you might be helping and how many silent people you help with your questions as well. So as you see here in my stock portfolio, because what's in my portfolio for stocks is Bank of America, NLY, Walmart, Coinbase, which did take quite a bit of a hit, HCA, which is a healthcare system, BlackRock, T-Mobile, Apple, Microsoft, and Porch Moving Group. And with that being said, I did add a bit to Porch Moving Group, but we're looking at not that much game. I still took a huge loss on that. Yeah, I do have bank stock. I've been holding on to Bank of America since it was right after the 2008 crash, when it was like $7 to $9 range. I can't remember. It's been so long ago since I bought it, but I've just been buying it ever since because I get paid a massive amounts of dividends off of it. I also hold NLY, which is a mortgage company, and I'm about ready to buy into ORC, which is another mortgage company. I think that's the ticker. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to look it up again. But NLY pays huge dividends off of the mortgages that they have, which then I take those dividends and I put it right into crypto. So end of this month, in a couple of weeks, I'm getting another about let me add up what my dividends will be. So yeah, about another $81,000 in dividends at the end of this month, which will all go right into crypto. So I'll be dumping that into it. Hopefully, dollar cost averaging in at the right time. That's coming off of all my dividend stocks are Apple, Microsoft, although those are small dividends. Bank of America, NLY, Walmart. Walmart's also a small one, but BlackRock pays big dividends as well. But they're just outlandishly expensive. But you're looking at $19 a year per share that you earn off of it. So it's going to be a while before I can accumulate that. But they are dropping precipitously down. So we're on a good trend there. But overall, I'm probably going to be down the rest of the year. I'm probably going to lose, I'd probably say over total net worth of between all the portfolios, I'll probably lose another couple 100,000 over the year, over the rest of this year if everything keeps going down in a downward trend. And then I'll have to keep dollar cost averaging in as we go down. And as you can see here, my three holds on Link2, which is for accredited investors to invest in. Ripple's by far the most. Just on there, you can buy shares for I think now $62. I think now they're buying them back at $62. So that puts my holdings at $105,000, and Uphold at $9,700, and then Cerberus, an AI tech company, which I bought a little over 1,000 shares with, for $25,015 right now. So that's where it's at. But those are high risk, absolutely could go to zero. So that $140,000 compared to everything else, if it disappears, I'm really not going to miss it. I'll be upset about it, but I won't be too upset about it. Let me bring Cody back in here.
I just finished my shower. All right, I'm back in the stream.
So welcome back. I'm sure you've been watching, just been going over everything. So this year, though, and this is where I say you guys got to remember, if you want to get to the level that where I'm at, a lot of it has to do with building your yearly cash flows off of things. Now, I did it the absolute hard way. investing in stocks, getting the dividends, and then building up a business. That was probably the hardest. The easiest way I would say is get good credit and start buying rental properties. That's probably the best way to build up your cash flow. Now, you won't be able to get to 100 doors in a year, but you can probably get one property your first year, rent it out. I'd recommend getting like a duplex, triplex, or a quadplex, something where you can live in and you can rent out the other 3 or 4 units. Then there's another guy out there. Shout out to YouTuber Spencer Cornelia. Cornelia, he's got the house hack going, which is where you rent out each room, and he makes a little bit more than renting out the whole home to one family. But those are good. That's the best way probably to get your cash flow going. Shout out to Caddy. You got you got you got bank stock. So yep, we always got to have that bank stock in there because no matter what happens in the world, they're still going to be around. They're never going to disappear. I also want to announce too that I did finalize everything for a construction company. I'm a 40% investor in with
Oh my.
two guys. I'm sorry, Cody.
Oh no, I was gonna say something, but then I caught myself. I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, no worries. Um, so I got that construction company. We're setting it up in Dallas. I am starting a logistics company, which is we're going to do nationwide logistics work and final mile for this area. Well, when I say this area, it's called the dead zone of the United States, the flyover states like Montana, Kansas, Nebraska. And trust me, it's all boring. It's just corn and corn and corn out there, and the people are weird. I'm just saying. So if you're in Nebraska, I apologize, but every time I drive a truck through there, when I started my moving business, I met some crazy wackadoodles. Shout out to Caddy. You're very impressive for a young man. Well, I appreciate the young man compliment, but in a few months I'll be 40. So, but thank you so much. I was born in '83 when Legos still could hurt your feet and
No,
Godzilla could cut your fingers.
I'm over here born in 2000. I was born during the .com bubble.
Exactly. I was just becoming a trader during that time. That's crazy.
I was gonna say though, 1,000. I mean, 500 more polka dots, only like 2,300 bucks. And I'm thinking about once I make this buy on polka dot, once I buy 500 more, I'm at 1,000. So I'm about to be at 1,000 polka dot.
Exactly. So let me finish up real quick, Cody, and then we can get on to Cody. Um, yeah, a shout out to Caddy 40. I thought you were 20. I will say this: it would be impossible for me to do this within my 20s. Um, I did work. I did have a lot of great jobs in my 20s, but a lot of this was 10 years of prep work with my finances, getting everything together, making sure I had a significant base that I could live off of while I built the business. And that was the hardest part. Cody was there with during one of the last parts of the tough times where it just kept going, like negative thing after negative thing just kept happening. Um, so shout out to Batty again. It would be dope if you put all this info you talk about in a PDF and you could give away or sell. Well, we do this for live. If you guys want to support us, that's great. You can certainly join the Patreon too if you'd like. $3 for just a monthly support, and we're going to use that to get a studio, bring in people, and bring in other business owners and colleagues and do interviews and things like that with it. Um, so with that saying, also logistics company, I partnered with another guy that's bringing about $25 million of contracts, and I'm paying for the warehouses and the trucks. So we're talking a significant investment in that as well. And that's where having good credit really helps, guys. Because if it wasn't for my credit, I would never been able to finance 70 trailers and 20 trucks. Like it just would have been impossible, or I should say tractors or rigs. Um, so there's that going on. We're expanding our detail shop, and the moving company is still growing, just at a steady pace now. kind of past hyper growth, but just steady growth and everything. So right now that puts me at an estimated, which I'm going to have to try to show my taxes. My tax attorney doesn't like coming on live, so or talking. He's very much camera shy. But we'll see if we can get him on next January when I do all my taxes. Because let me tell you, I actually think I have my taxes here somewhere. I have my last year's taxes. You can see it's like a 5-inch binder, about that thick. It's overflowing with taxes I had to file for just last year alone. So, but with this year, I'm projecting a total income of 838,000 with everything I'm doing. However, I will say this: I'm still working on buying a apartment community, a small one in the Arkansas area with 40 doors. It's going to take some time. It's just taking forever to do all the paperwork with the bank and everything, but it's just one of those things. Um, so, but hey, shout out to all you guys. Thanks for all your support and everything. Definitely really appreciate it. Uh, I guess that make shout out to Caddy. I guess that makes sense. Needing years to accumulate. Yeah, and that's the thing. Wealth takes time to accumulate. I mean, you can get uh lucky enough, like Zuckerberg did, to be in the right place at the right time and catch it right at your. I think he was 18 when it happened. So by the time he was 30, he was worth billions. I mean, by the time he was 23, he was already a billionaire. So, I mean, it can happen, but it's so rare. It's like, and also, you guys got to remember, like, everything on social media is hyper focused on success. So you don't see a lot of failures. Like, there are people there who are very successful, but you don't see the iceberg of tribulation, failure, making the wrong decisions, all the mistakes and everything. You don't see that there. Even with traders and portfolio, you can't. It's very hard to find losses on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or anywhere. It's very hard to find losses of anything because most people don't want to share those, and it's a tough thing. It's tough to it's tough to share your losses. It's really, really, really tough to show your losses. Shout out to Caddy. I'm 53. I did well with rentals. Then 1031 exchanged into commercial buildings and apartment complex. I'm with you on the apartment complex, Caddy. I'm not big on commercial buildings, especially right now. I'm watching them start to empty out. However, in like 2 to 3 years, commercial buildings will probably be at an all-time low to buy because these what I say, the banks are going to start taking it back. I mean, one of the biggest hotels in San Francisco, they just handed the keys right to the bank. $730 million debt, gave it right back to the bank. So we'll have to see. Uh, but shout out to Caddy again. Then COVID hit. The commercial building is now vacant because everybody works from home. None of the companies didn't renew their releases. Apartment complexes had moratoriums on paying rent. Several years of no income from these projects. I'm sorry to hear that, Caddy. In Arkansas, we didn't have really a rent moratorium. They were active in kicking people out, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for moving companies, because we had to move. We were moving people left and right who were getting evicted. But I'm sorry to hear that. That is very unfortunate. I know how much you suffered and all the things. Shout out to D Hawks. What wallets do you use? I use Arceus and Nano Ledger. Cody uses just a Nano Ledger. Shout out to Caddy. No problem. I'm going to make up the losses in crypto. Absolutely. Cody is now back. Don't know if you want to share what's in your crypto portfolio, what you have going on.
Yes, I have a lot of Quant, Polkadot, and Atom, but I'm actually trying to accumulate more ETH. My goal is to get to 5 ETH, 10 ETH eventually, but I'm also trying to build my Quant up to 100. So that's my goal. And I know I don't show my face a lot. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna start doing that more because Sal is doing it. I actually want to get to Sal's position in life. People
telling me that I'm a well-spoken young man, but I don't have enough life experience. I'm just I'm just 22.
Yeah, and you also guys got to remember that Cody has started his journey 2 years before I met him. He already made the decision to start, which is a lot. I mean, Cody, you can see how many people have came in that were his same age into the moving company that were nowhere near the position that he's in.
Oh
Nowhere
yeah,
near
I
the position.
care too much.
There, shout out U.S. Army for life. Glad to have you back in here. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have your support. And also, we want to make this clear too. Shout out to all the servicemen and women out there, definitely doing their thing, taking on that risk, writing that blank check for all of us to enjoy our freedoms out here. Definitely a strong shout out to you. I'm actually the first generation in my family that did not have to go to the military or war. I know my dad was drafted, my grandpa was, my great grandpa was. They all fought in both grandpa and great grandpa fought in World War I and World War II and everything. So thank you all for your tremendous amount of military service. As definitely, no matter what they say, no matter what anyone says, it is a hard thing to do. And it is hard. I've had guys that work for me that come back, that go out to basic training, and then I see them again, and this was over the many years I've worked, that they look malnourished afterwards. They're tired, they're exhausted, and they did it for all of us to enjoy a lot of the freedoms. And as much as sometimes they disagree with a lot of other people's opinions, they did do it for you to help out. And I do apologize. Oh my God, I'm sorry, NG Dubs. We did not see your comments there, so we're gonna shout you out right now. We did not see those, so we're terribly sorry about that. Shout out to him. Best site for pulse chain info currently made by supporters. Plus Burn. Look that up. Just has just about all the statistics for pulse chain. So I do apologize. We kind of got wrapped into everything else there. So sorry about the NG Dubs. Longtime supporter. Definitely want to make sure we get your questions and everything answered for us. So we'll definitely go ahead and check that out, and I'll put that up there in a little bit here. But just want to definitely tell you guys, shout out to all the servicemen and women out there, really really doing it, even though they may not be in a physical war right now, but they are servicemen and women are having a hard time right now. So we really want to give their support, and I'm hoping
Oh
to
yeah.
be into a position, because like there's only one shelter in Arkansas for the veterans and disabled veterans, and so let's see. I'm gonna hope that one of us can start to change that and maybe make it happen. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of spaces for it. We're getting eaten up by rapid commercial growth. So, and it's a hard fight with the land grab around here. Trust me, I'm losing the battles to Walmart left and right out here for free land. So, but it is something that even my own mother really really wants to do. Have a place to where you can learn, get educated on new things, learn new skills, and if they can't have a place to eat healthy, place to sleep, and a place to feel comfortable. And I think that's the least we can do for those who have served our country. So, and I'm hoping to get to that level. Although what my mom wants, I would love to get what my mom wants, cost me 3 times my entire net worth. So I gotta start really working to make that happen before she passes away, and I'm gonna make it happen. So you guys are gonna hold me accountable to that, because I
No,
will make it
so
happen.
you will, man. I'm 22 years old, and I feel like I'm doing good for myself. But even then, a lot of people just look at me like I'm a stupid kid, because I'm only 22. So I look up to you. Sorry about that. I look up to you a lot.
Well, Cody, you inspired the fire of youth in me to get this going, and and Cody actually made me want to do this live with all of you, because you never know who could be hurting, who could be saying, "Man, I got to get this money. I don't know how. I need to learn." That's why we're doing. You don't need a course to do this, and I do encourage you guys, because what helped me mostly was that I had a mentor. I had a mentor, and they're going to be the people that you don't think. People think like there's like this barrier to entry. It's like, trust me, my mentor was he only had one daughter who was like 48 at the time when I was mentoring with him, but he was 78 and he was ecstatic because I mean it's every person's ecstatic to help share their knowledge, their growth, all their trial and tribulations. And I want to point out all of us will be old someday and we all will have stories to tell and we all want to
Yeah.
tell those. So that's why it's always important to find a mentor and also give credence to those who are older to just listen to their stories. Even though sometimes a lot of us when we're young, I know I was too, you're like, yeah, all right. Oh, I'm bored. Oh, this is but it definitely is.
I know I'm
They
gonna
definitely
have.
have a lot of knowledge and help. Um, Shout out to Brit. I'm harsh when it comes to holding people accountable. Are you sure? Well, hey, I'm in the business world. If I'm not held accountable, my competitors will definitely hold me accountable. And let me tell you, it's absolutely ruthless. I could feel the knives coming through my back sometimes, just bam, bam, one after another. So that's just how it is sometimes. And we just gotta move on. We just gotta learn that there are people out there ready to cut you down at a moment's notice, and they'll hold you accountable by taking advantage of your mistakes. And that's how
Yeah.
we do it. But I will get that thing up, even if it's going to be the last thing I do before I die. I'm going to make sure that I have that because we should all people who served our country should have it, and we should, and hopefully I can expand and do something else for other people who are less fortunate. Because, like my mother said, she was very lucky coming from a very poor background to make it to Princeton University with a benefactor of hers, and he did not want anything. He just told her, "Pay it forward." That's what we're going to do. So, and that's what she's trying to do.
I respect Trudy a lot. You guys gave me a lot of opportunity. I mean, I know there was a lot of hardship while I was working for you guys, but I'm still very blessed to have you as a connection, and somebody I could talk about money and investing with because I'm 22 years old and a lot of guys my age, they don't want to talk about money or investing. Even women I meet on dating apps, women I meet in person, they don't care to hear about investing in money. A lot of girls my age, they want a guy who already has it now. I'm
Yeah.
building myself up ground up. As a young man, I'm constantly getting to it every day. Guys and women my age, they don't care about anything that we're talking about. So if you're my age especially and you're watching this, even a lot older than me, you are very blessed because you have a different mindset. Most people are in the superficial world. They want to just live for good times. And I mean, I'm not dogging those people.
Mhm.
You got to enjoy life. But life isn't all about good times and hanging around only
Mhm.
fun people, rather than somebody who can give you some value. And that's all I've been meeting, people who are just wanting to have fun and good times, especially women I'm meeting. I don't care about that. All I care about is building myself up. And I will only
Mhm.
allow myself to be committed to a woman who's serious about that, not somebody who just wants a man to, have fun and good times with.
Exactly. Shout out to Brit. Also, I'll say this one. Shout out to Brit. Cody, you're doing it the right way. And shout out, yo, that's bad juju. Don't say that. You will accomplish this by any means necessary. Well, I will never do anything illegal, but I will definitely work hard to accomplish what I said, what I stated, because I'm always a man of my word. I will make sure I get it done. Even if it takes more energy and more time, I will make sure it happens. But we'll knock on wood. Nothing's bad happened yet. But I always say, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So
Yep.
sometimes that's just how it happens. Um, with that being said, we're gonna have some fun things. I actually, I got my new watch today, so
That's
it's gonna be pretty
awesome.
fun. Pretty fun to open this up and get this going today. I figure I'd just go with a different color, other than my typical silver or black. Go with maybe a yellow this time. So see how that rocks before we go. But thank you guys on there. Definitely thank you guys for joining in. We still got quite a bit to cover. I know Cody has to go in a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely have to go to work at the moment. I appreciate everybody, especially Britt. I appreciate your comment towards me. I try to do it right.
I don't want liabilities in my life. Like I crave a companion. I'm not gonna lie, I really do crave a good woman in my life. But that's not something I can focus on all the time. I'm just gonna have to let it come to me. I'm just focused on this money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna let Cody go and let him get ready for work. But that's to say, like I could tell you over and over again, like as a business owner, I'm getting tired of these guys coming in with child support orders and all of this and things like that. It is terrible, but it's just the way. Like I know when you're young, and a lot, especially a lot of older women don't understand when you're a young guy, that testosterone is just pounding you every day. It's like you wake up, you don't know if you want to eat the sandwich, fight the sandwich, fuck the sandwich. Who knows what's going on? But it's tough. But I can't tell you guys how much it hurts to set you back by not vetting people in your life properly, not building yourself up. Like Cody's journey is going to put him to where he can retire by my age, fully retire, do whatever the heck he wants. He could travel the world, do whatever he wants. He could go enjoy something that he really sees great value in. Or maybe he can have more time to say, hey, now I don't have to be a dad that works all the time. I can now just do something I love and be able to be there with my family. That's where you want to be. Don't be like a lot of these guys. Like I think I got another one, and unfortunately, he passed away. But I got another one that's saying, ooh, excuse me, that basically said, ooh, excuse me, sorry, I'm getting a little choked up here. But I had another one here that's he passed away and got another child support notice. They're trying to collect from a dead man now. That goes to show you, like nobody's going to care about you or whatever is going on. You really, really, really have to build up and do and really be diligent about your finances because let me tell you something, finances is the hardest thing that you'll build. I know, like if you're a guy like me, you're heavy set and you're trying to build your finances. This is not like don't sit there and try. Yes, get healthy, try to do what you can to lose weight, but make sure you get your money right, because I can't tell you how many people I had. A colleague of mine, he had to close his gym because if they basically became a clubhouse, and it's like, dude, you need people that pay their memberships. And unfortunately, influencers, people who want to be influencers or want to be influencers or whatever you want to call them, they're in their gym taking pictures, doing all that stuff. They ain't got money you guys got more money than they do. They can't even pay their gym membership. Shout out to Start Crypto 2 today. Welcome in. Really glad to have you back in on the stream, and thank you for all your support. Hey man, sorry, hard week at work holding Matic XLM, Algo, Bitcoin, ETH, Render, Quant, File token, and IRC SHIB link. And was that Crow? I think it's Crow, CRV, and Uni. There you go. You definitely got a very, very well balanced portfolio there. Definitely really working on getting that stuff there for you. Well, keep it at, man. You got to keep growing, keep building, chase that bag. I know you can do it. Start crypto today. I have full faith in you that you will definitely do it for you. So give him a shout out on all his hard work and that he's ready to start building his bags and making life happen for himself. I dropped AI into the long terms on the drop. Absolutely. And AI is definitely going to change the game, but I think we're going to save that for like a stream on itself one day where we really talk about AI and what's going on. But, back to what I'm saying, you guys got to be careful. Like I've seen a lot of people and it's going to set your guys's it sets you guys back so much when you date the wrong person, you marry the wrong person, you have kids too early, any long-term things unplanned, it's tough. It's tough. And I see a lot of young people out here, they got a kid, they're barely making it, they're frustrated because you want to do the young people things, but then now you are literally forced to be in financial have a financial mindset and slow your life down. It's tough. It's tough. Shout out to Britt. I had 3 kids before 30, and Um, shout out to you, definitely. But I also want to say too, but having kids married and having kids out of wedlock is entirely different. But I can say for a guy there, you got to be careful. Even I have to be very vigilant and careful. I actually had a couple years ago, I had to fight a case. Basically, even though it was going to be a wackadoodle case, but my name got pulled out of a hat all because the only thing we could say is like we went to high school together, and she put she put in this child was maybe 5 or 6 years old. Now I couldn't have fathered that kid. I was 1,300 miles away from her at the time. There'd be a lot of weird things that would have to come true for that to happen. But and she was because I was just a paycheck out. I was her ticket to financial freedom. So you got to remember some of these people have nefarious things about you, and you got to be careful and just make sure you do your due diligence on not only your what you're trying to build in your wealth, but it follows through in your relationships. Shout out to Crypto Wizard. 3 kiddos here, no more, please. Three kids seems to be the magic number that everybody has. Most people I talk to, it's like they hit three. Although I've seen some people one of my good friends down here has adopted 6 kids and had 8 kids of his own. So I was like, oof, that's a lot of kids. And I think the oldest one now is 21. So my good, I think one was born. The youngest was born 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago, I think. So yeah, but but it's crazy. But you guys got to plan for everything. Get your finances right because this is the hardest thing. I mean, I got another like let's see, is it right over here? Oh yes, this is it. So yep, I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 court orders I got to send back that they don't work here anymore, and these are all increases on child support, and it sucks. You don't want to be in that predicament. So if you're a young guy and you're starting this journey, just focus on your finances, do your thing. The best thing you could probably do is just work, eat, and sleep in your 20s and just stack your wealth, stack your money that you are earning because your life is just beginning. And a stumble now can affect you whether you are able to retire at 40 or you have to work till you die. And we don't want that. We want financial success for everybody. Shout out to Crypto Wizard. Retired last bull cycle, just working on my kid's retirement now. And there you go. Rets and shout out to Start Crypto today. Rets and crypto in 20s. 100, absolutely. And definitely, if you guys are young getting into this, you are setting yourself up for a lot of success. A lot of success. And you don't even realize it when you're that young. But if you're diligent with it and you can stick to your plan that you set forth, you can definitely make it. But if you're in your 20s, I would definitely say get your credit score right, get your emergency fund right, especially if you're single and you have no kids. Make sure you have all those. Get your car paid off, get your credit cards paid down, and then start investing into real estate and then taking that cash and then taking the cash and putting it into your crypto accounts and your stock accounts. And then you can start diversifying because then before you know it, you'll get to where I'm at. But once you get to your first million or a couple million, then all of a sudden it starts compounding. And I'm going to do a video too about that. I'm probably going to put it on my Patreon first, but it's just the power of being around people that are in a higher position than you. Because like I'm with a group of people, we just talk and invest with each other around, and a lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, well more than I am right now, and that only shows me, hey, I could do that. So like I'm just kind of like the new guy into the group, kind of growing. They're pulling me in. I'm kind of in industries where they're not, things like that. Shout out to Britt. Can't soar with eagles if you're hanging out with chickens. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're 100% right on that. I actually got to get going because I did just have some people calling in for, on my phone here, my work phone. So I do apologize. We got to kind of cut this a little shorter than we want to do for our normal What's in Your Portfolio. But we did have a great talk. If you guys want to check out the lives and the replays, go to Rumble or go to YouTube. Definitely subscribe there. Help us grow. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, as well as we're trying to get to 10,000 followers here on TikTok as well. So really help us out and like and share all our streams. I hope you guys join us in. Definitely, if you also could follow us on Facebook. Definitely there. We're going to start posting a lot of stuff there. A lot of buying signals doing charts and graphs. So of course we do that on TikTok as well. So just pay attention there. And if you're willing and you want to help support the channel and help us grow, because we do need to get editors and everything. And like I said, I do treat this as a business to get it to grow. And like, I'm not really looking for it. I don't need to make any money off of it, but I do want it to make enough money so I can hire a producer and editor. We can get the people over for interviews, things like that, do more unique live streams and things like that. And hopefully I can take this from my office, from my moving company, into its own office with a nice conference room that we can do interviews and things like that. And so it's going to be great. Cody and I have a great vision for that. Shout out to Britt, a sit-down filmed podcast. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to be doing, but it'll be live. It won't be like edited or anything. It'll be all live. So we only believe in showing you things as we go live. If you guys also want to join the Patreon and help support that, there are benefits to joining. The $3 platform, you get access to all our buy signals, purchase signals, all the videos before they drop on YouTube, which there's actually a couple coming now to Patreon about some deep dives into a couple tokens, as well as all the interviews will only be on Patreon. They'll be posted only on Patreon there. So those will be filmed interviews, not the live ones, but the filmed ones there. And then, of course, if you wanted to join the $50 one, that's where we can sit down. You get 4 one-on-ones a month, along with 2 portfolio analysis and readjustments there for you. But you get 4 one-on-ones. I changed it from 30 minutes to an hour after doing a handful of them. I got like 10 people that I did preliminary ones for, and realized like, okay, I need to do an hour, not 30 minutes, because there's no way to get it all crammed into 30 minutes. So it's going to be a one-on-one hour sit down with you. We could talk about business, finance, real estate, stocks, crypto, whatever you guys like. So with that said, guys, really appreciate all your support. I hope you guys like and subscribe, share all our streams. And like I said, we go live on every channel, and we're live every Sunday with What's in Your Portfolio at 8:30 Central Time. It's 8:30 a.m. Central Time. And then Monday through Friday, Crypto Morning Chat, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So keep like and subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube, like and follow us on TikTok, because we got it all here for you guys. So thank you guys. Definitely enjoy all your support. You guys always have great conversations, and you guys definitely have great questions and really good questions. I really appreciate that. And shout out to NG Dubs. I'm going to get that. I'm going to pull that up for next stream. Have it ready to go in the morning so we can go over that with Crypto Chat. I think tomorrow's morning stream is going to be crazy. I think a lot's happening right now, and we got a lot of crazy stuff going on. With that said, thank you guys, and as always, you certainly shoot me a message if you guys think there's anything that we'd like to talk about, improve, or any topics. We appreciate it all. Thank you guys, and we will check you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Respect the process. Do your own research, and never invest more than what you're comfortable losing. Thank you guys, and we'll catch you later.